Hi, my name's Scott Trevathan and I'm the founder and CEO of Financial Fanatics. I just want to take a moment to help you answer the age-old question, what accounting software should I be using? In this video, we're just going to look at the main three ones for small and medium-sized businesses. That is Xero, the new player on the block. I guess he's been around for 10 years plus now, but the newest of them. MYOB, the old stager that has been around helping Australians with GST since the 90s, and Quickbooks Online, which is in Australia we don't understand, but it's the world's biggest accounting software. So which of those should we be looking to use? Well, I'm going to break these down into categories to help us compare them a little better. So the first one is price. It's like telephone plans. If you compare the pricing of Xero to MYOB to QuickBooks, you'll quickly get confused. Price shouldn't enter into this. They're all much of a muchness. If one had a price advantage, it's only for a small period of time, and then they put the prices back up. So pricing, I wouldn't consider. Xero and MYOB wouldn't have been able to compete so well with QuickBooks if it was just price alone. Don't be too concerned about price when you select, just as you're selecting a mobile carrier. If you're going off price, you're probably going to be disappointed at the end of the day. The more important one is functionality. Here's where you can actually differentiate Xero and MYOB and QuickBooks, depending upon what you want to do with your accounting software. Xero is renowned for its apps connection. So it has a whole space out there, or universe, if you like, of different apps that feed directly into Xero and work seamlessly with it. So you can think of Xero as where you put your bank accounts and your core accounting information. And apps can run things like inventory, web sales, online sales, all sorts of payroll, other bits, HR management, lots and lots of different apps that will fit into the app universe of Xero. So if you're after different apps, Xero would be your choice. MYOB has always excelled and is renowned for inventory. If you have a business that relies on inventory and you don't want to use a third-party app, then MYOB would definitely be my recommendation. It has some complex inventory functions that the others just don't keep up with or bother to compete with. So MYOB, from an inventory perspective, fantastic. QuickBooks really excels where you've got multiple entities that might need to talk to each other, or are related, and you might want to report them together. If you've got two or more entities involved in your business, maybe one holds the staff and the other one holds equipment, the other one is the operational company, then QuickBooks may well be a better solution for you than having MYOB or Xero with multiple files, trying to connect those files and use a third-party app to consolidate them all together. User interface is the next category, and I would say much of a muchness now. It used to be that everyone was used to MYOB and QuickBooks interface. All of the design experts have really copied the best features of each other, and now I think the user interface is much of a muchness across MYOB, Xero and QuickBooks as well. So I wouldn't be too concerned about user interface. They're all pretty user-friendly and intuitive if you know what you're looking for and what you're doing. Now, the last point that I would like to make, and I think the most important, is what software is your accountant using to prepare your annual or quarterly accounts? Now, this didn't used to be a big deal. You used to take your accounting file and give it to your accountant, or even now that we're in the cloud, the accountant can just download the file and put it into their accounting system. But then when Xero came along, they introduced a thing called single ledger, which meant that the accountant actually prepares your accounts on your Xero. There's no duplication of numbers, and that has some amazing advantages, both in terms of efficiencies from the accountant side of things, but also you're always up to date with the entries that the accountant put through. In the olden days, the accountants used to prepare a whole lot of journals for the bookkeeper to go away and put into the client's books. But that would never quite happen right, and a lot of time was wasted at the start of a job when you were looking at a client's file, trying to match it up with what you thought the starting position should be compared to what they actually had in their accounts. And that just could burn through hours and hours of time. So much, much better now if you use the accounting software that your accountant recommends. Otherwise, if your accountant doesn't have a recommendation because they're doing things manually, then just pick one of those other characteristics. If it's inventory, go for MYOB, or if you like an app, then Xero would definitely be your choice. Now, we're Xero Platinum Partners at Financial Fanatics, so we use and recommend Xero, but that doesn't mean that the other accounting softwares, that's MYOB and Quickbooks, have their place. One thing I will mention is artificial intelligence. Now, all of the above software, so MYOB, Xero and QuickBooks, all say that they use artificial intelligence to simplify you doing the bookkeeping. The reality is, yeah, they do, and they kind of have, but no one outshines the other. And as soon as they do, that software will be worth a lot more than the other software. So those companies are all like a pharmaceutical company rushing to develop a vaccine. All of those three players are rushing to try and get AI and replace the bookkeeper, but we don't see any sign of that yet. Good luck in your decision. If you want any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Financial Fanatics. I'd be personally love to have a chat to you about it.